Tied at 2 as we go to the top of the third here in Arlington. Mario and Pemba, Ron Allen, we are glad to have you with us. How about this guy? Pudge Rodriguez. He's in uniform, too, Pudge.
He couldn't wait to get up here. He didn't even change.
I need to put a T here and the D over here.
There you go. That would have been nice. Well, it's always great to catch up with you here in Arlington. Fill us in. What have you been doing now that you're retired? You're still apparently in baseball.
Right, yeah. I'm still working. I'm working with the Rangers. With John in the office and minor leagues, doing some, talking to the catchers in the minor leagues, and also I do pre and post game for Fox here at the Rangers.
So you're a TV star now.
I'm doing a little TV. My Spanglish working pretty good.
We saw you doing the pregame show. Then we saw you last night. You were downstairs in the dugout. Then we saw the shot of you. You were down there talking to, it looked like the Hamels and a couple of other guys. So I mean, it must be refreshing for those guys in that dugout post to have someone like yourself around to talk to.
I'm not doing it all the time. Every once in a while I go to the dugout. Of course, I asked permission for Jeff to be in there, and he said, no problem, you can come anytime. But the kids like it, the guys, I talked to all of them during the game, and just watch the game from the dugout. That's something that is in your blood to stay there in the dugouts every once in a while. When I'm not there, I always in the first row, and also I'm very close to the player, so it's always nice to be around baseball.
Anthony Gose looks at a strike call. We're chatting with Pudge Rodriguez, who's joined us in the booth here. Of course, Pudge had some really good years with the Tigers, and you brought the Tigers to the World Series back in 2006, Pudge. And I know that you've accomplished a lot in your career, but that really has to be one of the more special years, I would think, in your career.
Absolutely. It was when I got a bunch of hair in my head. If you can see, everything was out. It's unbelievable how time changed. But it was great time. 2006 was a very special year for us. Especially, not even 2006. Since I got to the Detroit organization in 2004, Dombrowski did a great job putting a great team together, and in 2 years, we in the World Series. I think we couldn't win that World Series if we didn't have those many days off.
Right.
I remember we got about 9 days off, something like that, and it was very cold, but it was a great year. The fans supporting us from day one, and believe it or not, today I watched a lot of you guys game on TV, and
really, we're pretty good, aren't we? We're great.
Still full house. Yeah. Love it there. Great place to play baseball.
Here's the 1-0 to Rajay Davis, who slaps it back out of play, 1-1.
Pudge, I know you had a special relationship with Mr. Ilitch. Talk about that relationship and how special he was to you while he was in Detroit.
Very, very special. Last time I went to Detroit was a few months ago. I went to his suite and to his office, and we talked. He looks good.
Yeah.
He's in great shape. Good to see him. He's doing better. But the relationship that I got with Mr. Ilitch was tremendous. He loves baseball. He loves sports, and he wants to win. And when you have an owner that loves to win, he's going to put a good team in the field every day, and that's what he did since I got there in 2004. He signed. He signed me, and then he brought Maglio and Carlos Guillen, and then Polanco, and then we become a great team. But I think all start with the office, Mr. Ilitch, Dombrowski, all the personnel, all the guys that make this team happen. All started from the office, and he did a great job.
Do you ever stop and think about what you accomplished in the big league? 21 years, 14 All-Stars, 13 Gold Gloves, MVP, World Series champion. But do you ever just kind of pause and kind of reflect on what you did?
Pretty cool to see.
It's pretty cool. I'm glad we can show it to you.
I say, yeah. I think all that is just a matter of the way I take care of myself all my career. My discipline as the work ethic. Keeping myself in shape and go out there and perform, play hard every single day. And I was a player that I don't like to sit down on the bench. I want to be always behind the plate, playing baseball. And the most important to me is just win ball game. And when you play hard for 27 outs, you're going to end out getting these kind of numbers, and I'm glad that I have that.
Pudge, do you stay in touch with Maglio and Guillen and Polanco at all?
No, he's been too busy as a governor over there. I haven't heard from him. Polanco, yeah, a few times I've been talking to him. Not Guillen either. I think those guys are back home, right in Venezuela. And I know from Carlos Guillen that he have a great baseball academy in Venezuela, and teaching kids and preparing kids to come here and become professional baseball players.
3-2 on Rajai Davis here with 2 outs in the 3rd. And a foul back.
Pudge, how about you? What do you want to do in the game? I mean, obviously you're doing some television work. You're down in the dugout. You're upstairs with the general managers. I mean, what do you want to do in the game?
I like what I'm doing right now. I think it's
you got a pretty good gig, don't you?
You know, I always, Rob, you know, I always want to be in the game, even though that I'm doing all the stuff outside of the baseball field. But you know, baseball to me, is in the blood, and let's see what happens down the road. You know, it's still you know, still plenty of me in baseball. I think I can bring a lot into the game of baseball as far as you know, as far as my experience in my 21-year career, and I think I can help you know, I can help a lot of things win ball games and win.
We're going to take one look at this base hit by Rajai Davis. Outstanding at bat by Rajai. Pudge, but have you had a chance to watch the youngster James McCann at all, the Tigers' young rookie catcher who's not made an error all year this year?
Great. That's great to see that. You know, I believe it or not, Rob, I've been watching him here for the last few days, and it's great. What I like to see always from catcher is the way they receive in the baseball. They need to have a very soft hands to receive the ball and bring a lot of baseball back into the strike zone. And to me, you know, when you have a catcher that do that, you know, that to me, you know, I can tell that he's going to be a great catcher. And plus, he's got a pretty decent bat too. You know, he hit the ball with power all over the fields, and you know, I'm glad that you guys have a very good young catcher in your organization for a lot of years.
He's got real nice aptitude as well. He's shown some leadership skills too for being a very young guy.
You know, that's good. You know, as long as he has the attitude and the passion and the love and care to win for your team, for his team, you know, that's what catcher does. You know, that we study the game so much, and one of the important positions in baseball, you know, there's a catcher. And you have a guy like that, they care for all that. I mean, he's going to make the team a lot better.
Well, you got to the big leagues at 19. You were one of those catchers that was a little bit different because you were a very, very, very good offensive catcher. But when young guys get to the big leagues at that position, how much do they need to concentrate first on learning that position and handling a pitching staff? Well,
I think you have to separate two things. Offense is one game, and defense is another one. You cannot bring those two into catching or hitting, because if you do, you're not going to end up doing any of the job good. To me, I always a player that focus on catching, defense, calling great game, make sure the pitcher that I'm working with feels comfortable with me behind the plate, and that makes my job a lot easier when we have that chemistry between the pitcher and the catcher always there good, because you know the most important thing, the most important in the game is the catcher and pitcher, because if you have a good chemistry between the pitcher and catcher, you're going to win a lot of games to your team. And to me, that's why, you know, I take a lot of pride in my defense. I never think about offense. I just go and take 4 at-bats and put the ball in play. You know, I got a great career also as an offensive player, but I never was a player to think about a lot about hitting the baseball. You see ball and hit it. That was my philosophy.
Well, yeah, because you're ultra talented. It was easy for you to just see ball and hit it.
I always say, you know, if I can reach it from in front of me to the outside part of the bat, I can reach my bat, I'll be swinging it.
Ian Kinsler, the batter, he's run the count now to 3-0 against Gallardo.
Pudge, when you caught, when there was a base runner on first base like Rajai Davis, would it cause you as a catcher to call certain pitches to maybe give you a better opportunity to throw them out?
Yeah, you have to call all the pitches. You know, you cannot stay only the fastball, because he's a fast guy. You know, they have the coaches in the bench that they're going to give you a quick pitch or throw the ball over or pitch out, but you have to stay with your game plan. It doesn't matter who's running. Obviously, you have to prepare, you know, and anticipate that in any pitch. For example, Rajai is going to go. I was that kind of catcher that I always prepare, I always anticipate every single pitch that he's going to run, and also as well, you know, if Giovanni throws the ball in the dirt, I'll be ready for it.
3 balls, 1 strike on Kinsler. And Rajay again draws another throw. Well, you mentioned Jeff Bannister a little bit earlier. He's done a terrific job with this team, man. You guys are in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah, we are. They're playing great. These kids are, these guys are, come to the park, ready to play every day, hard. And, that's why they are 2 games in first place. I think as long as they stay.
How about that throw?
As long as they stay positive and stay, keep playing the way they are, they're going to be okay.
Pudge, always good to see you, my friend. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up. All right,
Thanks for the knowledge.
Thank you.
We'll be back to Arlington in a 2-2 game.